Hello all, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will discuss how to set up a ETL jobs in SQL Server. Before going to setup, first we have to understand what is ETL. E for extract, retrieve data from a source system, and T for transform, modifying the data, and L for load, insert the transformed data into a target system. Let's set up one ETL job to understand. Just go to SQL Server. Here I have a demo database and few tables as well. Let me take sales and sales process table. So I'll query both the tables. Select star from tables. So I want to insert data into a sales processed, which is status is completed, from a sales table by using a ETL job. So let me do first a manual how we can insert data into a sales process, then we'll set up a ETL job. The first step is extract, retrieve data from a source table. So that is select star from a sales where status equal to, let me filter with the completed status. Status is completed. And the second step is transform, modifying the data. In the sales process table I have a sale month and sale year, but I don't have any columns called sale month and year from a sales database. I have to extract month and year from a sale date. So the second step is transform. So that is select sales, and this is a sale ID, comma product name, and I have to extract month from a sale date. Sale date. This is month, and similar way year also I have to extract year of sale date. This is year, and amount, and I want to filter where status is completed. So this is a extracted data. So this is transform, modifying the data I have done. The third step is load, insert into a target system. The target system here sales process table. So let me prepare insert into sales processed, where sale ID, product name, and sale month and sale year, last amount. So let me execute this. 5 rows affected. Let me query this sales and sales process. The data is inserted into sales processed. So let me write one store procedure for insert data into a sales processed. So I'll truncate the data from a sales process table. Truncate table sales processed. Let me write a store procedure. Create procedure, and procedure I'll say run ETL job, and as begun and end. Let me execute this. Execute. Let me execute this store procedure. To execute store procedure, exec and procedure name. Just select and execute. Now let's query both the tables. You can see the data is inserted in the sales processed also. So again let me truncate the data. Now we have to automate this execution of run ETL job store procedure by using a ETL jobs. So to set up a ETL jobs, just go to Object Explorer. You can see under Object Explorer SQL Server Agent. Under this we have a jobs folder. Just right click and set up a new job. Create a job, and it will open one pop-up. Here you have to give a name of a job. So I'll give sync underscore data. So if you want to provide, you can provide a description about this job. So I'll say description is sync data into sales process table from sales table where status is completed. The next step is steps. So here in this steps menu you have to provide a SQL statements. That is, if you want to execute store procedure multiple, the sequence also you can provide. So in this scenario only one SP, so I am going to create only one steps to execute. To create that, just click on a new and you have to give a step name. So I will give run SP, and this is a TSQL statement. So we want to execute in a demo database. Just I will select a demo, and you have to provide a command. If you want to provide a SQL statement directly, that also it will execute, or you can provide a SP name also. Just I will give SQL statement exec run ETL job. This is, so I will give here and click on OK. If you have multiple, just click on new and insert. So like that. And the next step is schedule. So here you have to provide at what time the job has to execute. That we have to schedule here. Just click on a new. Here you have to give a name. The scheduler name you have to provide. So let me take every 1 minute. Every 1 minute. And the schedule type you have to choose. If you want to start only once, or if you want to one time, or every time you execute, that you have to provide. So I am selecting schedule type is recurring, and frequency you have to select. If you want to select execute, this is a weekly or daily or monthly. So I'll choose a daily. So on the daily of which one, the daily frequency also you have to select. At once, in the daily once you have to execute, or every 1 hour, or every 1 minute, or every second you want to execute this, that you have to configure here. So I am going to take every 1 minute or every 30 seconds I will take. Let me take, or else every 1 minute. And the duration. So duration, if you want to set like if execute so and so date between only, or no end, so that also you can provide here. So after giving this scheduler, just click on OK. It will create it. Here we have one more option, pick. So the pick, when you click, is already few setup is done, the schedulers is done every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, like that it was there. So if you want to choose, you can choose from here, or you can create your own scheduler. So once this is done, just you can click on OK. So now the job is set up. So let me execute these tables before that. So after a minute, what it will do, it will run this sync underscore data job, and it will populate data into a sales process table. So let me wait for some more time. After a minute, the job is executed and data is inserted into sales process table. I will modify this job frequency to 5 seconds. Just double click. Instead of 1 minute, I am going to select seconds. I will give 5 seconds. Just click on OK. Click on OK. And let me select and execute. You can see data is not there. So after 5 seconds, it automatically it will execute and it will populate the data into sales process table. So let me see, the data is populated in the sales process. So like this we can set up a ETL jobs. In this ETL job we have configured only one SQL statement to execute it, that is exec run ETL job. So how we can configure multiple SQL statement to execute in same job? So for that I am going to take one more copy of this store procedure. Let me create one more, which is status is pending. So I have to take a pending records from a sales table, and that also needs to be inserted into sales processed. So pending, I have how many records? Let me check. Pending, I have 1 record. So this also need to be inserted into sales processed. In the sales processed, I have 5 records. So let me create one more. So this is pending. and I'll create this created, and this also exec. Let me take this exec run ETL job underscore pending and go to ETL job. Under steps you have to create a one more step. Just click on new and you have to provide a step name. So I'll give the same name, and this also has to execute in the demo database. In the command I will give this. Just click on OK. So just click on OK, and so now I'll truncate the data from a sales processed, and let me filter with the data. So let me truncate once again. In the sales process, you can see in the sales process it is executed the first step only. So again you go to job, steps. You can see here on success, on failure, one options are available. So what is happening, the first step is completed, it is quitting a job. So you have to go for next step. Just double click and go to advanced. You can see on success action. So just drop down, go to next step. So select, if it is a failure also select the next step. Click on OK, and here also click on OK. So let me truncate once again the data from a sales processed. Select and execute, and now it will execute data and it will populate into sales processed. You can see all the pending and completed status, the data is populated into sales process. Let me create one more which is cancelled. So let me take that also. I'll create one more store procedure. This is cancelled, and here also cancelled. Just select and execute. Now exec this, go to the job, under steps I'm going to create one more. This is have to give step name and demo database exec and the job name. Select OK, and this also you have to change. On success it has to go for third step. So just double click, go to advanced. On the success you have to go for third step, or you can see we have one more option on the success action or failure action. You directly can select which step it has to execute. It is a first or third. So if you select is here go to next step, the sequence also will matter. So if you are setting as a first one, after execution of this second step it will go to first one. So I'm going to select on next step. Just click on OK and click on OK. So let me truncate the data from a sales processed, and let me query for you can see the data, whatever sales table data is there, same data it is populated in a sales processed. This is how we can set up ETL jobs and we can use in SQL Server. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.